Hey everyone, my name is Sweet and welcome back to episode 3 of Improving Your Gameplay. Today we're going to look at a couple of games, some are short, some a little bit longer, but what we're trying to do with this series is help people to kind of really hone their gameplay and understand mechanics and try to work out where they've gone wrong. If you have your own clips that you want submitted for this series, please send them to sweetwow@gmail.com, and if at the end of the video you like it, please drop a like and a sub as it will help me out a lot. And cue the extremely loud intro. Okay, so today's games are going to be primarily disc priest games as they were submitted to me through my Discord. First up, we have Mark, who is playing the role of a disc priest. He is playing with a Unholy Death Knight, I believe, and a Arms Warrior. He's versing a Resto Druid, Windwalker Monk, and Frost DK. So first thing here is this is going to be a lot of damage. What you're going to be needing to do to win this game is, it says up here loss, but what you would have needed to do to win this game was try to avoid as much damage as you can with Chill Streak. Now, at the rating that you're playing at, I believe this is quite low. I think it's around 1500. Chances are that they're going to blow most of their cooldowns in the opener, which means we're going to want to have a warrior in defensive stance. We're going to want to have the DK with his hand over AMS or AMZ, sorry, the zone. And we're going to want you to be using your cooldown smart and not overlapping with theirs. So let's jump straight into this game. Oh, geez, this was a short game. All right. So game starting in 10 seconds. I wish I could tell if your warrior was in D stance or not. That'd be really helpful. Cool. So game starts. What you really should have done here was kind of hung back at the pillar. They're going to come at you no matter what. Being at that pillar is a good idea, but not too far behind it, if that makes sense. This druid will probably open on you with a demoralizing roar, and then he'll try and put you into a clone, so you want your DK to be able to stop that with a grip. All right, so a little bit of poke going on here. He's open with the clone. He didn't open with the roar, which means that he's probably going to use this later. This was kind of a free clone. I don't think your DK was ready to stop it. So we would have liked to have seen him stop that there. Now, the engagement has happened. Their druid has bark skinned. This means that the druid is going to be a super easy swap target very soon. I would really, really love if your team had have backed off here, waited for that bark skin to finish, and then jumped on that druid. Druids are extremely weak right now and they're such good kill target. He trinketed nothing as well. He trinketed absolutely nothing. He's convoking from behind the pillar. This should have been a very easy win. Now, as we can see here, they have popped the Blinding Sleet. They've got their cooldowns up. We need to be using cooldowns to answer this. So your warrior and your DK haven't popped any cooldowns at all, which is very unfortunate. So this is where you're going to have to come in and be the god that you need to be. So a barrier is going to be the best choice here. The reason for that, DK is probably playing Necrolord, which means there's going to be a ton of grips, which means they're probably not going to be running out of the barrier. So dropping the barrier, I'll assume that you're going to be playing the Dome PvP talent, because the Dome PvP talent is very important. So I would really love for a Dome to be dropped here. Big damage coming in. So that was the Chill Streak. We've had DK has all of his cooldowns up. Luckily, your DK has responded here, which is nice. What we really would want is an AMZ to come out of these CDs. But you still haven't popped your cooldowns, which is very unfortunate. So we still have our trinket. Which is good. When did you use a Radiance charges? Okay. So that was a good Radiance. Okay. what I would have done here was I probably would have saved one of those Radiance charges. I think you probably popped both of them a little bit too quickly. The idea of Radiance is it's a lifesaver. Now, if you blow both of your Radiances in the opener, if you get CC'd and you come out of CC, the only thing that you can do is cast a quick penance to top them up. Generally, you want to save one for a dicey situation. And you also would ideally have Twist of Fate up. Now, it's a bit risky, but what I tend to do is I tend to wait until my partner's hovering just below 35% so that I can capitalize on Twist of Fate. Now, if you're not confident in your abilities to top someone up, then this is not a good play for you. But yeah, that's just what I would do. So Penance comes in. Your teammates have pulled you into a really bad position right here. But the good thing is we have all of their trinkets. If you were able to survive this go for just a little bit longer, you would definitely win this game because they have absolutely nothing left. The Druid has popped Incarn, he's popped Tree, he's popped everything. He has absolutely nothing left. All we need to do is live, and the key to that is going to be Barrier. Now, when they were grouped up like that, running in there for a Fear would have been really, really beneficial for your team. Getting a triple Fear at this point of the game would have been awesome. So the AMZ goes down, and you've dropped Barrier on yourself. So the Barrier placement was wrong. I don't think I need to tell you that because you would know that. Barrier needs to come earlier. So I always stress this, and I can't stress it enough. Defensive cooldowns from a Disc Priest are best used at high health to avoid damage. Okay? Popping the Barrier super low has next to no benefit. Popping it high and avoiding the damage rather than trying to recover from the damage is the best thing that you can be doing as a Disc Priest. Remember, Disc Priest is a reactionary healer. You want to be reacting to things, or preemptively, I should say. You want to preempt things and react to it rather than reacting when it's too late. So DK's gone down. Warrior's going to fall shortly after. Yeah, this Barrier placement was a little bit unfortunate. You guys overlapped cooldowns a little bit too much, and that will be the game. So that's our first clip from Mark. Mark, the one thing that I can say to you after watching this clip is just remember all of your cooldowns. Don't forget they're there. Don't forget Mind Games. Don't forget Trinket. There were a few opportunities there where you probably could have trinketed and saved the team. And also, save Radiance. You don't always need to blow it as soon as someone loses health. When you blew that second charge of Radiance, so the first one was really good. The second charge that you blew, you probably didn't need to. You probably could have just shielded him up, given him a Rapture, and then topped him up with Shadow Mend and saved it for a more critical situation. But overall, yeah, there's things that you can improve on, and hopefully this feedback helps you out. So let's move on to our next clip. So coming up next, we have a submission from Lofi from my Discord. We've got Disc Priest Rogue, and we are versing Arresto Sham Frost Death Knight. Now, before this game even starts, I want to talk you guys through how Disc Priest Rogue needs to be played. Disc Priest Rogue is a very offensive comp. Getting the opener right is awesome. It is a big help if you can get a sap onto the healer and a hard open onto the DPS. What we want here is Rogue to go over, get the sap, and then just open hard on the DK. Now, will you kill them in the opener? Probably not. However, you'll probably get a lot of cooldowns, which means that you can kind of just turtle out a little bit and then wait for the cooldowns to come back up, and that's when you get your kill. Now, real quick, so you've run out of LOS into the open where they could have popped you and got you in combat. Always hang back just a little bit when playing with rogues, just so they can get time to go over and get that sap. You're very lucky here that this DK wasn't paying attention. Now, Rogue has been earth grabbed out of stealth. Rogues, when you're going for your saps, try not to take the most obvious path, especially when you're versing unholy DKs who have Abomination, or versing a Resto Sham who has Earth Grab, or priests who have Mind Seer. Don't say near your target. The sap is very important for Rogue opener. As much as people don't want to admit it, it is very important for openers. when it comes to getting cooldowns at least. So we're in combat now. Quite a big mistake there. So your rogue has gone over to blind the Sham. However, he's got his focus target wrong and he's blinded the DK. This is so scuffed. I think your rogue is panicking hard and this is going to be disastrous for you. He's popped Pillars of Frost, DK. The DK is popped Pillars of Frost. This is a really good time to kidney shot him, and I love that you're doing damage with your rogue. Now, there's a lot of value out of actually dispelling that Earth Shield, so I would love if you had got that Earth Shield off. Perfect. We've got AMS. We've got Earthen Wall. We have... The DK has used most of his cooldowns. The Sham still has nearly everything, though. And that is because we scuffed the opener. I cannot stress the importance of a good opener when playing Disc Priest Rogue. So you are stunned right now. We have 2.5 seconds left. The Sham is casting a Hex. Now, you have time to get out of this and then Shadow Word Death to break this Hex immediately. And this is what you need to be doing to save some cooldowns here. Alright, we didn't do it, which is unfortunate. We still have our trinket, which is nice. We just popped it on a 3-second hex. This is okay. This is still okay. That was a good choice to trinket there. Yeah. Cool. So we're not doing bad here. We keep getting kicked a lot. The chill streak's probably just about to come in. Nope, all good. So he's gone over to kidney shot the Sham, which is awesome. This is where you need the Door of Shadows in and fear him off. Getting CC chains is... It's the whole comp. You need to be getting the CC chains. So the fact that this kidney shot was just a kidney shot and nothing else after means you're not going to get this kill. Jam still has Trinket. He's still got most of his cooldowns. However, the DK doesn't have a whole lot left. We always want to be using our fears effectively. We just feared the Frost Death Knight, which is not ideal. It was kind of, you know, it didn't do much because the rogue broke it instantly. So I really do need to stress the importance here of chaining CC when you're playing Disc Rogue. Cool. So we've got Ascendance right now from the Sham. So this is a big cooldown. We've had Ascendance, we've had Earthen Wall. What we need now is just to get that trinket out of the way, and then there's a chance that we can actually win this game. So hopefully we can get something in this go. Alright, so your positioning right here is a little bit sketchy. You're kind of standing in the open. The Sham has LOS of you. The rogue really needs to be playing this a lot smarter. Dragging the DK back into a position where you can reposition yourself is just what needs to happen right here. Their Sham has ideal positioning. Couldn't get any better. What did I just press? I have no idea. Well, we've seen the result now anyway.
Protection totem.
Alright, so we have Earthen Wall down. He's kiting out of Earthen Wall, which is a really good move. Or is he just trying not to die? I don't know, he's dead. Okay, so let's have a quick look at cooldowns. So you still had Barrier, you still had Fear, you still had Power Infusion, you still had Mind Games. The only thing that we had on cooldown was Rapture. So the big trend that I'm noticing here with Disc Priests who are losing games is that you're not using cooldowns effectively. Again, use cooldowns high to help people avoid damage, and that is going to be the main role of a Disc Priest, as well as dealing damage to assist in kills. So tighten up those cooldowns, first of all, Lofi. And I think the fact that you were damaging with your rogue was very positive. It's something that a lot of Disc Priests don't do, even at the higher-ish ratings. So the fact that you're doing it and you're getting yourself into good habits is really good. Just work on that cooldown rotation, because I think if you worked on that cooldown rotation as well as your positioning, I think you can be a very deadly force. So not a bad clip, man. Thank you for submitting it, and let's move on to the next clip. Okay, and coming into our final clip of the day, we have a TSG with a Disc Priest versus a Prot Paladin, Windwalker, and Demon Hunter. If you play this comp, if you are playing anything Prot Paladin, delete the game. you are ruining PvP. Your single heal from 0 to 100, your 4 immunities, your 2 kicks, your bops, you're disgusting. That's what you are. Okay? Disgusting. All right. Anyways, getting into this game. So what we're going to, first of all, what's our strategy here? Okay. The prop pally is probably going to be your best target. A prop pally can heal other people better than he can heal himself, and tanks take 50% more damage in PvP. So I really like the prot as a target here. Now, the things you need to watch out for: the Windwalker. Windwalkers do disgusting burst, and it lasts all the time. Windwalker burst does not turn off, and Demon Hunters are one-trick ponies. So the big things we're going to watch out here is storm, earth, wind, fire, whatever it's called, the mirror images of Windwalker, and the hunt from the DK. Let's see what happens here. So your DK has popped Icebound. He has also popped his AMS. This is not a bad time to pop these cooldowns. This was quite good. Your warrior used Rallying Cry. This is okay. Like, you're answering your guys are answering the cooldowns from the Windwalker. And as soon as your cooldowns are finished, he's got more cooldowns. So he's just popped Storm, Earth, Wind, and Fire again, and he's going straight back in for burst. What I can see happening here is you getting them low, and then the prop pally just topping them up with 1 heal. So you pop barrier here. This was a really, really good barrier. I love that you're actually using cooldowns and not just dying without not using them. Really positive. Cool. So we've been kicked on Shadow. This is a good time to pop your Radiance, which has just come up. DK's overlapped AMZ. This is okay. The one thing I will say is this comp has so many abilities to last a long time that you probably don't want to pop everything this early into the game. After that is when things start to get a little bit dicey. So you're taking a crap load of damage. However, you have answered this quite well. I think you're doing really well to survive this, spamming Radiance out of that stun. Perfect. Now, so we're starting to get a little bit of damage on the monk. Now, what are the 2 things that you can do in this game to change the pace of it? The first one, land a clutch fear on the pally so that he can't heal. And the second, land a mind games on the pally that he cannot dispel that will kill this monk rather than him getting healed. So let's see what happens. The Door of Shadows position is really, really random. Even if you just walked to here, that would have been an okay spot to be. That Door of Shadows out there would have just been random as hell. So that was probably the first major mistake that you made. Didn't really matter. You got kicked. Cool. So the Door of Shadows came out and you looked like you were going for a fear on the pally, but you didn't fear the pally. You should have just popped it. Just pop that fear. CC that prop pally. Now, by the clock in my head, their cooldowns are about to come back up. So what have we got left? Not much. We don't have much. The only thing you can do here now is drop a fear bomb to break up the damage. Yeah, you're getting crunched. The monk has now popped Karma, so this is a very offensive Karma. The monk was taking no damage at all. I think he was kind of just expecting a chill streak to come in. Look, man, I think you played this game quite well. There are a few things that you could have changed. Doing a little bit more damage. You've been quite passive in this game. Would have been awesome. The other thing is using your mind games very smart. Getting those fears. And I think your cooldown rotation was okay. You were under a lot of pressure. And yeah, I don't think you played this bad at all, man. Keep it up. Like, that's all I can really say about this game. Keep it up. I think you've done okay. So thanks for submitting that clip, and I hope to see some more from you because that was pretty good. So thank you for watching my video, guys. This is going to be the last Improving Your Gameplay series for a little while, but I would love it if you could still send me your clips so I can review them. If a good clip pops up and it's something that's really interesting, I will share it with the community. But until then, this series is going to be on a little bit of a break. I look forward to bringing you guys some brand new fresh content soon. So if you did like this video, please hit like and sub and join my Discord, and also stop playing prop paladins, please.